Declan Patton. I'm a senior research scientist here at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So I've got degrees in physics and aerospace engineering, and I got interested in biomechanics during my PhD. So that was specifically like head impact injury during sports. And so I've been involved with CChIPS since 2019. So my research areas in the CChIPS world, I've been looking at the interaction between rearward-facing child restraint systems and the vehicle interior. And the way I've been doing this is through sled tests, which have been performed at one of our IAB members' facilities, CalSpan, up in Buffalo. And so most of my testing has been around the use of support legs with rearward-facing CRS systems. And we've coupled that with different attachment methods as well. So looking at whether we use flexible lower anchors or rigid lower anchors or a seatbelt attachment. And so sort of a step further from the FMVSS 213 standard, which uses a bench surrogate and no front row structure. We've been using a vehicle seat bench and also various vehicle interior structures. So for our frontal tests, we've looked at a blocker plate, which is a front row vehicle seat surrogate. We've looked at actual front row vehicle seats. We recently looked at center consoles, which you can see in the image in the top right. And for our frontal oblique directions, we also included the NHTSA door surrogate. And so in the other side of my research, I do head injury biomechanics, mainly in sports. And for this is using instrumented mouth guards. And we've done this at the high school level, locally, looking at lacrosse, flag football, but we also, as part of a research project with the NFL and the NCAA. And then I've been doing some animal model studies of rotational head injury. And so I really think there's a lot to be learned from these other avenues such as sports and animal models that we can translate into the automotive space. I'm currently working on a project leveraging the full-scale vehicle crash test data set out of Transport Canada. With the aim of that is to bridge the gap between sled tests and full-scale vehicle tests. And so that's taking what we've learned from our sled testing and see if it carries through to full vehicle tests, but then also using what we find in the full vehicle tests to then inform future sled testing because it's a much more accessible means of studying these and controlling the parameters. Thank you.